that one feels better. Oh, Tommy.
You got a good one?
He's trying to pull, he's pulling the front of the boat. Got that little feller. Little guy. Come here, little guy. I think he ate that little worm. Come here, little guy. Come in here. Oh, come here, pal. Fishing today with my buddy Tommy Renfro from Maybank, Texas. We're fishing East Texas today. And then we're fishing a really clear lake. And I gotta figure out how to get that hook out of his tongue. Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Not a bad little fish. Tommy guides on several private lakes down here. And I'm telling you what, he's got the fish found. That's just all there is to it. I'm just gonna say that right there. He's got the fish found. And we've been out here fishing for about an hour, and have had several bites on a swim bait and on a wacky worm, and we've been losing them. We've caught a couple little small fish, but we've been losing them. But we're gonna get it figured out here in a minute. If this wind blows a little bit, I might pick my red man spinnerbait up and throw it a little bit, even in this real clear water. Come here, little guy. He's right in the middle of that creek.
Yeah.
A little nicer fish. Look at him in that clear water. Look at that. Here, guy. Settle down. Settle down. Jump up here with me. Jump up here in the boat with me. Yeah. That's a male right there.
Yeah.
Pretty nice sized male, but a male. He's a little banged up. They're beginning to start. We might have to move out. We might have to move out in a little bit deeper water to get the females, but
Yeah.
we've had this cold front come through, and a lot of those females might not be up in here. But we're gonna fish this little creek right here and try to find out what might be up there in it. Might be a girlfriend up here. You see how narrow this little ditch is? You can see both sides of it. It's a narrow little ditch, but these fish will use this ditch to go back into this creek. You can see the creek goes up through the woods. And we're gonna just pretty much run out of water here in just a second, but
Yeah.
they will get in these little tiny creeks like this time of the year and get back in here and spawn where you wouldn't just not think they would go. You just wouldn't think they'd go there. There's one. That's a little better one. Not a giant, but a little better. That fish grabbed that thing and took off like a banshee.
Yeah.
Like a banshee. Okay, you coming off or staying on? You tell me. Tell me, you staying on? I don't know, Jimmy. Oh, yeah. That one's a little better. That's a little better sized fish. There are a ton of big fish in here, you know. That's the best one we caught so far this morning, but I promise you that's not going to be the best one we catch today. Look at that fish, how healthy and great that fish is. But you see they're banged up a little bit, which tells you they're just now beginning to get thinking about the spawn. They're not on the beds yet. The males are just getting ready to make some beds. That was kind of right on the edge of that there.
Yep, that's that ditch. That's that creek.
I'm using a lucky stick, which is a sinking worm. Not a stinking worm, a sinking worm. And if you'll look on the back of our packages, we put a couple ways to rig them back here. It's called a wacky rig, which is what we're doing. And really and truly, and I've got a jillion of them, we need to have little rubber O-rings on here or little small zip ties where you put on there and then clip them off, something you can hook your hook under, and we wouldn't be using as many worms. Tommy owns a tackle store, and I know a guy at Lucky Strike, so we're not really worried about losing too many worms.
Yeah.
But you're gonna lose more worms. And the wacky style, we got a little small hook, and all I'm doing is simply sticking. You got him? Yep, yeah. That sounds pretty good too. Right back through the middle, we got a little weed guard on there. And you could probably fish without the weed guard. The weed guard probably doesn't mean He sounded better than he was, didn't he?
Yeah, bunch of little males trying to move up back here.
Yep. But there'll be some females in here too, especially as the day gets warmer and warmer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna leave it sit here for a while till we throw all the way around the boat.
Kind of banged up a little bit.
I think that was about like that last one. Yep, it might be a little bit smaller. I put my poles down. One of the things that you always want to do when you're fishing up shallow water like this, especially when you got fish where you have to catch a fish anywhere all the way around the boat. But even if you're just going down fishing a bank, one of the things you want to do when you catch a fish is immediately put your poles down. And it might be that even if you're fishing a log or a stump or a little point or ditch or something, you make several more casts right back in that same angle. The angles are real important. But when you're out here like this where you have to catch them all around the boat, you get a bite, put those poles down while you're fighting that fish. Don't wait till you get it in. Put that poles down, and many times you can do just what I did right there. Go out there and catch another nice fish. And we haven't moved. We're sitting exactly where I caught that last one. And I'm gonna leave those poles down for a while. Yeah, I just had that one Texas rigged, Tommy.
Yeah.
I think they might hit it just about as well.
Yeah, they might do it.
We don't lose as many. I got a bigger hook. Still a male though. Yep. Tommy and I are just not whacking those big females today. We've had a real bad cold front come through, and those big females are just not biting right now. That don't mean they won't bite.
Yeah.
They just are not biting right now. Out in that deeper water, I believe that's where we're going to get those big girls.
May not be, but it feels like it.
Running at the boat too, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Come running right at you. I saw your rod almost goes limber there. Just almost went straight, didn't it?
Yeah.
Run at you. Better fish. Girl fish anyway, that's what we're looking for. Find a few girls. We find a few girls. One of them has some shoulders on her and a big belly on her. Better one. Is that on the worm?
Yeah, I just switched colors. I hadn't had a bite in a while, and that was the first cast with that color. Same spot.
Is that a good one?
It ain't a bad one, but it's not a great big one yet.
They're all good ones.
Yeah.
I think it's a little female. We should hook a good one when we get around to some of those females. There'll be some big females in there too, I think. Just figure them out. That's a female.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that one feels better. Oh, Tommy.
You got a good one?
He's trying to pull, he's pulling the front of the boat.
Yeah.
He's pulling the front of the boat. This might be a big striper or a big catfish. It's pretty long, look at it from this part of Texas. Oh, yeah.
That's something like we've been looking for.
Yeah, he's pretty long. He's stout. Looky there. Looky there. I knew that was gonna happen. If you're out here in the springtime, it's freezing, there's frost on the ground this morning, the afternoons is the time to go. Ooh,
There
looky
you go.
there
You
at
need
that
a little
fish.
help with that one?
Yeah, you might want to grab him. Look at that fish. Well, he inhaled that thing too, didn't he? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
There we go.
What do you think about that, Mr. Tommy? Oh my goodness, how big is that fish?
That's what we've been.
How big is that fish? That fish is heavy.
Yeah.
Holy cow, he's heavy.
That's
My
what we've been looking for.
goodness.
I got to get a picture with that one.
Wow.
Turn it loose.
That fish is over 8 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't have a scale on the boat. You got any scales with you?
Yeah.
We might want to check this guy. I think it's over 8.
Pat, you got your phone where you could get a quick picture?
Yeah, Pat's gonna take, here, shoot this picture, Pat. We might want to shoot one on that. You got your scales handy?
Yeah.
Yeah, grab them out there real quick. Stick it on there real quick. You got them handy or not? That's all right. That's all right. I think that fish 8-pound fish. What do you think?
I think so.
I know it's not. I know it's not.
Oh, here it is, Jimmy.
I know it's not 9 or 10. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we want to get her back in the water pretty quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead and stick it on there real quick and tell me. I bet it's between 7.14 and 8.5. Jimmy, that's a pretty wide range. What do you say?
7:10.
Roland taught me how to weigh fish. Where's my fish? Did you turn it loose?
Was I supposed to?
I guess you were.
Yeah.
Tommy says, I'm tired of looking at your fish. I want to fish. You know? Weigh the fish, take a picture. Let's fish. Hey, I did catch it on the color worm that Tommy gave me. Tommy gave me a different color worm. Yeah. That's the color I caught it on. Hey, that.
You need another one?
No, I'm good. I got a Texas rig, you know.
Is that how you caught that one?
Yeah, Texas rig. Not wacky, Texas rig.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, we might get another one or two out there in that deeper water too.
Yeah, I think this is a better fish.
That little point, yeah, that's pulling pretty stout right there. That little point's paying off.
Yeah.
That's 3 fish on that point. What color did you go to?
It's a kind of a clear blue color.
Oh yeah.
It's a smoke with blue and gold flakes in it. They've been down there pretty deep. It's 14 foot deep here.
Yeah, but it's only 9 up here. Where you're throwing is not 14 foot deep. That's the best one we've had right there. Well, the best one we got in the boat. We might have had one or two on like that. Yeah. We don't know. We've been using them. But that's a good one right there. But that's a male fish there.
Big, pretty one, isn't it?
It is. That's a good fish right there. These better ones are out here. That's not like that last one, but that's still a pretty decent little fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are females out here.
Yeah.
We just changed from the males to the females. And all we did is move to deeper water. Moved out on the edge of the grass where it falls off into some 12, 14 foot water. That's not a big fish, but that's a girl fish.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty decent size. It's got some plastic down its throat. Are you there? A crawl.
Yeah.
A crawl down its throat. No hook, just the crawl. Looky there. God, it's a dead crawfish. That was a plastic crawl. It was dead. Hey, that was on the one that's bit off even. Ooh, how big's that one?
It's little.
Sounded good. I'm seeing more fish all the time. I think a lot of them are kind of moving out of that grass too.
Pretty. I don't think so.
It's kind of getting kind of slow. Any of them's good ones right now. Kind of hard getting a bite. I don't know. It's bending your pole.
It's pretty nice.
Nice little female chunk. Got a big belly on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she's gonna grow up and be a big one. Dad back on the worm?
Yeah, right on the edge of that creek. That creek channel runs right out there.
Might ought to get right in the middle of it.
She was right on the edge of it.
That's a good fish. He's a mean sucker too. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at that.
Oh yeah, let me help you with that one. I'll come help you with that one.
He is strong, son of a gun. I'm talking strong. Woo, yes. One there, baby doll. Boy, he ate it too, didn't he?
Yep. One more time.
Yeah. You get it? Go through the gill plate, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna let that one have the hook, I think. Is that all right?
Pull the plastic out and cut it off.
Yeah.
Pull the plastic out, cut it. Scissors is laying in there somewhere. We can cut it. I got lots of hooks. I got lots of hooks, man. Look at that. That's a 6-pound fish right there. That's a big boy.
Yeah.
Big girl. That's the girl I was looking for right there. Woo! I'm talking sweetheart sugar right there. Yeah. Yeah! Springtime fishing is one of those times of the year when you're going to, the day's going to change throughout the day. It's going to do that because water temperature is such a critical element. You know, our water temperature now is up to 56 degrees. It was 49 when we started this morning, 49 degrees. And when that happens, you've got to adjust as the day goes along. So you got to be prepared to fish quite a few different baits. We actually fished 3 or 4 different baits before we caught hardly anything. We started out getting a few bites on swim bait, but we were not able to really catch those fish. We was kind of hooking them a little bit. They wasn't eating it like they really should. And so we kept fooling around. We threw some different type baits. I threw a mimic out there a little bit. We throwed a bladed spinner bait, throwed a bladed jig, and finally got to settling down to these sinking worms, started rigging them wacky style, and then a little bit later on I changed and fishing a little bit deeper, rigging them Texas style. And the key thing this time of the year is you're going to find a lot of male bass. There's a lot of male bass. Every male bass is running around, getting up on the bank, trying to make a bed, looking for the girls. And if you're catching a lot of male bass, which is what we started doing as the day started out and getting up through the middle of the day, and we just wasn't catching any big fish at all. And so what we did is we got out and got in front of those fish, out in front of where we were catching the males, getting out there in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 foot of water, getting where the water would come out and it'd break a little bit, it'd drop off. When we did that, we caught 2 giants, I mean big giant fish, and we had another big one or 2 hit that we didn't catch, but the deal is you're catching those, and generally if you will get 4 to 7 foot of water, clear water, maybe deeper than that, those big fish will be right out in front of those males in that 4 to 7 foot of water.